So we're going to recap what dual enrollment means. So exactly what y'all said before, dual enrollment means you take college classes at a college, but you can earn college credit and high school credit at the same time. So there is a process that you have to go through. You can't just say, hey, I want to take these courses and we add them to your schedule. So we're going to go through that process. One of the important things to consider is that when you take dual enrollment courses, the grades that you earn in these college level courses will be permanent grades on both your college transcript and your high school transcript. So these are grades that will be calculated in your college GPA and your high school GPA. If you are considering taking dual enrollment courses, you want to make sure that you are doing your best, really focus on getting A's and B's in those courses, because it can start your college GPA, which can have an effect on scholarships in the future. So I talked about college, dual enrollment advanced courses. They can be an option for anyone, but the students that are most likely to succeed in these courses are students that are really motivated to do well. Nobody is going to like walk behind you and make sure that you are attending your college class, that you are submitting the coursework. So students need to be self-motivated. They need to be good with time management and organization, because you are responsible for taking that college class, getting your work turned in, and making sure that you can get through that successfully. So students need to be prepared for challenging courses. So kind of have demonstrated that success in their high school courses. So maybe not a lot of overdue lessons, doing well in your current high school courses. But again, a lot of it is making sure that you are ready to take that responsibility, make sure that you're turning in that coursework so you can be successful. And I'm going to pass it to Ms. Green.
All right. Thank you, Miss Robinson. I am Danielle Green, and I work with Miss Robinson and all of our high school counselors to support all the grade levels. And I'm going to pick up here at the presentation and talk about who is eligible. And I know we're giving y'all so much information about dual enrollment, and it is a process, and that's why we do. And it is an involved process. That's why we take the time to for a whole live lesson for it. So if you are questioning any of this or anything's unclear, just reach out to your grade level counselor, and we're happy to go over this again. But if you are here and you're thinking, okay, I might be eligible, I'm interested in dual enrollment, you're probably an 11th or 12th grader, and those are students who are typically taking dual enrollment courses because you need to have completed English 1 and English 2, Algebra 1, and Biology. So there are instances where we have maybe a 9th or 10th grade student who is able to enroll in dual enrollment, but that is looked at and approved on an individual basis. Okay, so you do have to have approval from SCCA, everyone, in order to enroll in dual enrollment courses. We also will check to make sure typically they don't have any disciplinary issues, and try to have at least a 3.0 high school GPA as well. All right, next slide. Oh, and I will say that although SCCA, we have our own criteria that we look for to approve students, the colleges also have their own criteria to look for. So they're going to request probably SAT or ACT scores, or have you take a placement test to make sure that you are a good fit for dual enrollment as well. Sorry. Where can you take dual enrollment courses? Well, there are many colleges that are going to be options for you. We have students at SCCA who live all across the state, and you can take dual enrollment courses at your local technical college. Miss Robinson, if you're able to pull up that map, we must have an agreement in place, though, with the college in order for you to earn dual enrollment credit with them. If you are interested in a college and want to make sure that we have an agreement in place before you start the process with them, just reach out to your grade level counselor. For most of them, we do have an agreement in place, and this is just a map. If we can't get it to pull up, that's fine. But it's a map of all the technical colleges in the state. Does anyone know? You could just put it in the chat. Are you familiar with what your local technical college is near you? That's usually where most students start. So Trident Technical College. Oh, there it is. Midlands Tech. But we do have students who take dual enrollment courses at, just Lander University as an example. We have an agreement with them. There's also the USC system of colleges. That's an option as well. But most students do pursue dual enrollment through their local technical college. And it sounds like a lot of you are familiar. Yep, Greenville Tech, Spartanburg Community College, or Georgetown Tech. Yep. These are all places that you could look at dual enrollment. Next slide. All right, how to enroll. The first thing that we're gonna want you to do, and you're already doing it now really by being here at this live lesson, is to review the information. Learn about the dual enrollment, making sure that you are familiar with the process and what that involves and the expectations there, and reaching out to your school counselor to talk about it if you're not sure and you just want to talk about what that's like. Then you'll want to contact the college. So you will contact the admissions office, usually just doing the application online. If you are wanting to enroll as a dual enrollment student, you'll want to make sure that you note that you attend South Carolina Connections Academy. You're not a homeschool student, so that they have our school listed for you. There's going to be a Google form that you need to complete, and that is going to come from your grade level counselor. So once you've decided to take dual enrollment courses and start that process, you'll need to notify your counselor, and she will send you that Google form that the student will need to complete. We also request that your parent or guardian complete a data view. And there is a spot in that data view where the permission form is going to be uploaded if it's a paper application for the college, or your parent or guardian can note that it's an electronic form, and the email address that you will use for that is going to be in that data view. Okay, so as long as you've followed those steps, you've done the Google form, your caretaker has completed that data view, your counselor's reviewed to make sure you're a good fit and you're eligible, then we'll sign the permission form and we'll return it to you. And that is what will allow you to register for courses with the college. Okay. Your grade level counselor can help with course selection as well. Many of these colleges also have an advisor that works specifically with dual enrollment students, and they can help you as well. Once you're registered for courses, you'll need to send us your schedule. The colleges do not automatically send SCCA your courses that you're enrolled in. So that's a really, really important piece, is that you'll have to send us your schedule. So it's a lot of back and forth between us and the college, but hopefully these steps kind of help simplify it for you. All right, next slide. So just to recap, some of this I've already mentioned, the student and family responsibility. So it's your responsibility to get admitted into the college. Your counselor is not going to contact admissions and enroll you in dual enrollment courses. This is a course option that you're choosing to pursue. There are only a certain amount of spots available in college courses. It's not like, really at SCCA, if you request a course, then we put you into it. It's different. They have a cap on courses. And if you want to get priority for the courses that you want to take, then you need to make sure that you're starting this process in a timely manner. So, for example, for our current dual enrollment students who are taking spring courses, they should have already sent us their schedules for the spring. It's December. They're already registered for these courses. If you're planning to start for the fall of next year, then you'll need to do the process in March, April is when registration starts. And in fact, some of the colleges will open up that application to start even in February. So make sure that you are not waiting into the last minute and following the process so that we can get everything completed, all these steps completed, well, before the end of the summer, if you're planning for next year. Also, tuition and books and fees, any of those associated with the courses are the family responsibility. SCCA doesn't cover any cost for the dual enrollment courses. This varies across the board, what colleges, the cost of this. So if you're concerned about that piece, your best answer is going to come from the financial aid office at the college. And this could be part of your gathering information step, is looking at the cost of what it would take. But typically you'll get some sort of tuition assistance if you take at least two courses per semester. And then, of course, the sending your schedule. Can't say that enough. Don't send us your schedule last minute. We can't guarantee a quick turnaround. If you're sending us a copy of your schedule at the beginning of the semester, you want to send your schedule as soon as you're registered. And also, if you're making any changes to your courses, make sure to notify your counselor by sending an updated screenshot of that schedule. Next slide. All right, once your counselor has a copy of your college schedule, that is when we can review it for adjustment. So when you're attending your IGP meeting this school year and you're talking about courses for next school year, we're not going to be able to factor in dual enrollment courses because you're not yet registered for that. So your counselor will put in courses, SCCA courses that you'll take when you're in your IGP meeting. However, once you have a dual enrollment schedule and you send it to her, then we can go in and make changes. Okay. So 9th through 11th students who are taking dual enrollment need at least 3 credits total per semester. Okay, so if you're taking, as an 11th grader, maybe you're taking English 101, Psych 201, and then you have US history, and that's your fall schedule. So that would be 3 credits total and at least 1 SCCA credit. For seniors, we allow you to reduce that to 2 credits total. So that could be 1 dual enrollment course and 1 SCCA credit, and we don't count in senior success, which is required for our senior students. That's it for that one. All right, when we're making course adjustments, we are not going to be able to drop any of those EOC courses. So Algebra 1, English 2, Biology 1, and US History, those cannot be replaced by a dual enrollment course. And again, your counselor is the expert on this, and they will be able to work with you on what is possible for course adjustments once they have that college schedule. But in general, any courses that are required for graduation are not going to be dropped until we have a copy of that schedule and we know what you're taking. We do allow you to replace things like, in the example I just gave, English 3 could be replaced with English 101. But we can't drop you from the English 3 until you have given us a schedule showing that you're taking English 101. Okay. And next slide. And the reason that we need a copy of that schedule in a timely manner is because of the drop add policy as well. So don't wait until the last minute, the beginning of the semester, to send that schedule to us, because we have to adhere to the state's policy for dropping and adding courses. So if you request that you're going to drop a course and it is a 5-day, it's a semester-long course. You have the first 5 days to drop a course without penalty. Okay, so it's really important that you get us those schedules on time. On the flip side, if you are in a dual enrollment course and you find yourself in a position where you're struggling and you want to drop it, you can drop it without penalty within that 3-day or 5-day time frame. Um, However, if you are outside of that time frame, then you will be awarded a WF, which is the same as a 50 on your SCCA transcript. Even if the college is going to award you a W or follow their policy for dropping courses, then we have a different policy that we have to follow. So I see someone ask without penalty. So after the 5 days, so say you're in a dual enrollment course in the fall, and you started it August 19th, and you decide, in November you're going to drop the course, you will receive a WF on your transcript, okay? Because you're dropping the course after 5 days. Now, that's what the policy is for the high school, but that will look different at the college. Okay. Um, Again, always consult with your counselor, your high school counselor, before you move forward with dropping any courses. I also recommend that you talk to the college as well, because there could be financial implications for dropping courses as well. But we are here to help. So just reach out and we can help you navigate that and talk about what your options are. Next slide. Oh, all right. Well, that was it. Questions, anyone? We have our dual enrollment message board. This is a really good resource. We will also put the recording here from today's live lesson on that message board, if that is helpful for anyone. And if you do think of any questions, contact us, reach out to your grade level counselor, attend your IGP meeting, and we're happy to help with anything.
All right, thank you, Ms. Green. All right, well, we're going to wrap up today's live lesson with another great song from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. We will not have a live lesson next week. We know that a lot of y'all have end of course exams, EOCs, and a lot of our counselors will be out doing EOCs. So again, no live lesson next week, but we will see you back here on December 18th for our very last live lesson. So we're going to have some fun and games and just wrap up the end of the semester. Please make sure that you take the post survey. The link will be in the chat. So go ahead and complete our post survey. And thank y'all again so much for joining for our live lesson this week.